Hey guys, and welcome to Janet being Janet. Okay, so somebody thought these were my costumes, right? Because I got my little horns, I got my ears, and oh, hold on, gotta show you something. We gotta move this out of the way. This time I ain't got udders, I got my little sack. Okay, let me tell you something. Okay, these are not costumes for me. These are my little hoodies that I wear around all the time. See, these are what I wear all the time, and they keep me warm. I've had these for absolute years, and I have cow all over my house. My husband gets annoyed by me. He does. He really, really does. But anywho, let me get this out of the way. Yeah, you see this horse's butt up here on your screen? It's up here for a reason. It's because all I do on my channel is I talk crap. That's all I do. This is here for your amusement only, your entertainment, and that's all it's ever going to be. My opinions come spewing out, and I can't control them half of the time. So while you're here on my channel, I hope you just enjoy yourself, and you know what? However this turns out is how it turns out. So y'all want to subscribe to me at the end? Have at it, guys. All right, let me get this back in my lap. Ooh, okay. No, I didn't know what to say to you. I never know what to say. I ain't gonna lie to you. Alright, and if you knew, let me go ahead and tell you this. Why is Janet wearing sunglasses inside? I'll tell you why Janet's wearing sunglasses inside, because I like to pick on my husband. He don't like the big ones. He don't like the ones with color. These ain't got too much color, but I bought them, so I'm going to wear them. But he don't like them, so I'm not outside because it's really, really cold. So I'm wearing them indoors, and he just don't like them, so I think it's kind of funny. Alright, let's see what Miss Amber Lynn got herself into this time, because she's talking about lies. And, we're just going to go ahead and help her point out some lies, because we know Amber Lynn. We know what she's doing. And she ain't telling no kind of truth. So, alright, Janet, just hush and press the blame button. Okay.
Hey guys, welcome to a new video. This is the first video of the React Lynn series.
Oh, no ma'am. No ma'am. No ma'am. This is not going to be interesting whatsoever at all. You know why? Because you're not good at it. I don't care what one you're watching. I don't care what you're doing. You're not going to be good at it. But let's see if it's Beck. That would be kind of good, wouldn't it? It'd be nice to hear her apologize to Beck. I think so.
So I have no idea how this is going to go down, but so many people are like, girl, just react to some videos.
You're hoping that they say Beck. Girl, just go ahead and react to Beck. But the thing is you won't react to Beck, because these are already pre-recorded and pre-scheduled, which that doesn't do you any favors at all.
And I don't know what to react to, so I went to Instagram and I asked you guys, what do you want to see? And you guys gave me so many ideas. I got a cute little journal out.
And you picked the one that you wanted to go ahead and do, because it really doesn't matter what people over on Instagram say, because you take the questions you want to take and the answers you want to take. So I don't even know why you do it.
And I wrote down at least 30 ideas. Like, there's so many. But I figured I would start off with the video that I feel like altered my YouTube experience and like the way.
The one that altered it, I can think of two. R-A-P-E, Rain and Petals Eavesdrop. Okay? And then that's the video, okay? That's the video. That's the big lie. That's the one that really got you in trouble. And then, of course, here lately, the only one I can think of is Rarity. That's all I can think of.
People View Me. It's a video that I uploaded 9 years ago on August 5th, 2016. The video is called Confessing Everything I've Lied About. So I remember...
yeah, you didn't get all your lies in there. I'm pretty certain you didn't get all your lies, but you told things that we already knew were lies. You just went ahead and admitted what we knew, so it was no fun.
That the reason why I filmed that video is because I saw another YouTuber do a Confessing Everything I Lied About, and their audience was so like understanding and like,
ooh lady, you ain't got the same audience. No, you ain't got the same followers. You got some ambies, but most of your followers, they didn't understand and they won't understand. So you playing this, you just gonna get some more haters.
Gracious. And I was like, I need to do the same thing, because I wanted to be accountable. I was like holding a lot of guilt, and instead of my audience reacting,
you don't know how to be accountable for anything you do. And guilt, you don't even know what that word means. None whatsoever at all. You don't know what that word means. You left Twinkie at home when Twinkie was ill so you could go to Walmart and go and eat. You didn't care that your dog was hurting. You have no guilt.
In the same way that that other YouTuber's audience did, it actually backfired on me. And ever since then, like, I've been known as the girl who lied and the girl who continues to lie.
Yes, you know your audience. You really do know your audience. But you are just hoping to manipulate them more and more and more. And it's not going to work for you. It's not. And you need to try to stop pretending that it's going to. Your ambies are one, at some point, they are at some point are going to realize who you really are. I did.
Even though, since from that point, I've made sure to be honest and transparent.
Nope. You haven't been transparent whatsoever at all. 2 wifeys when there was only one. And you lied about Tommy being an F-E-E-D-E-R. Yeah, you lied. Not transparent at all.
Even in times where I did not want to be. Have I been perfect? No. I am human, but I'm also a YouTuber who shares a lot, but I'm still trying to hold on to so much privacy.
You put everything out on Instagram and on TikTok. You put your body out there. Excuse me, what are you trying to hold private? Go ahead, put that out there. Put an actual apology out there. You put the stuff that you think you're going to get pity for out there. There is no pity, Missy ma'am. There is none.
But sometimes the lines are blurred. And anyways, let's get into this reaction. Hey you guys, so...
Okay, I remember this one. I remember this one. Very much so.
This video, let's be real, is a little, I don't know, nerve-wracking for me to film, but I feel like I need to get this stuff off my chest.
Yeah, you were getting called out just like you get called out now. You used to get called out back then. But the problem is back then, you were losing people that you actually cared about somewhat because you had feelings back then. You kind of lost those. Because look at you, girlfriend hopping. Just bing, bing, bing. You remember that old game, the Frogger game, where you had to just go through, you know, the crocodiles and you had to jump through the cars and then you had to go, like the old Frogger game. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And that's what she's playing. That's what I see.
And I just want you guys to know that, sorry, my hair though. I knew I needed to poke these things down.
Woman, you still complained about your hair first thing back then. I forgot about that. Hair check. Okay, then we're going to get on with the video. First, hair check. Mine's still curly. It's still doing what it wants to do, so we got it under control.
Let's get real. Okay. I knew that coming onto YouTube, I was going to need to protect myself. I knew also I was going to get a lot of backlash.
No, you didn't get backlash at first. And then when you started saying, this is not a weight loss channel, after you started it as a weight loss channel, you started getting backlash. You know, when you were actually with Crystal, you were soft-spoken and all this. You change your personality and your attitude depending on who you're with. That's what causes you backlash.
Backlash hurts sometimes.
It hurts when people don't agree with you. That's what hurts you.
Unless you're a YouTuber who has a pretty decent following and...
What is a decent following? What's a decent following? One person is a decent following. Because you can talk to one person all day long if you want to. You just need one. Or in my case, I just talk to myself. I talk to a camera. I talk to the walls. I talk to myself all the time. My husband gets on to me. He goes, you need to direct the conversation at me when you want to talk, because I don't know when you're talking to me and when you're not. If he was in here, he'd say, yep.
They get a lot of haters. I don't think you'd understand. You know, genuinely right here, I look so innocent.
No, you do not look innocent. You look guilty as all get out. You see yourself the way you want to see yourself. There's no innocence on your face because we knew you lied. I even liked you back then, and I knew you were lying.
I sound so innocent, and I was getting a lot of hate at that time, but that girl right there had no idea what was coming for her at all.
Why are you talking the way you're talking, so soft and so sweet? Why are you talking like that? That's not who you are. this isn't who I am either. This don't, this ain't who I am. But yeah, why?
Just imagine yourself like at school and you get bullied by everyone in class. It hurts. It does.
You woman.
And I feel like
no, don't play. Don't play. You. Okay. Not everything has come out yet, so we will wait. But you cannot say anything about people bullying you. When you put yourself out on YouTube or on any social media platform and you get any kind of backlash, it has to be something that you deal with. You got to learn how to deal with it, and you were getting it just in little bitty bits, teeny tiny bits back then. And you would complain and you would whine, but you would go directly at it. You would actually go on video and say, well, this person said this person said this, and you would just direct it. So I understand what the complaining was.
And I feel like a lot of the time you need to protect yourself to prevent backlash, but no matter if I protect myself or if I don't, it's gonna happen. And see right there where I was saying, like, sometimes you have to protect yourself.
You meant that you protected yourself. You wanted to protect yourself because you wanted everybody to be on your side. You only want to tell what you want to tell, even though people could tell you were lying. And even to this day, people can tell when you're lying. But you yourself, we can see proof. We can point out the proof to you, or not me, I don't do that. People will point out the proof to you, and you'll say, oh, nope, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. So, yeah, y'all can't see my eyes. Okay, continue.
I remember wanting to protect myself and the people around me because the hate was rising. It was getting worse. And trust me, I was bullied in school. I very much was. But I was bullied by like a handful.
Girly World, you were also the one speaking in Bulling Casey as well. Casey came out and told his story, and you were doing that to him, and you were perfectly fine with it the entire time. So don't try to come back now and say, oh, no, this affected me. Now you're lying again.
And now all of a sudden I was being bullied by hundreds. I think I was just becoming overwhelmed. And I feel like I need to kind of admit to some things that I have lied about.
Some things that you lied about. That's the thing. Some things. You're going to pinpoint. You pinpointed just a couple of little things here and there. But no list of, hey, I lied about this, and this is why you're mad at me. You didn't go through your comments and be like, okay, you didn't do like you do now. See, all the little things everybody's mad at you about. You didn't do that. You still don't do that.
This is really hard. I'm not a liar.
You're not a liar, but you're admitting your lies. She tells on herself every single time.
I was protecting my feelings as much as I could. I know it's selfish of me to do. I'm putting myself.
She's protecting her brain health. That's what she's protecting, is she's doing her mental health at that time and at this time.
Online for a reason, to speak out and be like, this is me, this is who I am. And it's like, I still felt like there were certain things that I needed to kind of hide away. And I do feel like that's okay.
It's okay to a point, but you gotta be able to be accountable. You have to be held accountable. No matter what, you've got to be held accountable for something. Back then you told us, okay, I lied about this, I lied about this, I lied about this, I lied about this. But then you kept lying. It's the same thing as today. You want to say, oh, I lied, and then keep lying. That's what you do.
Like, I absolutely agree with myself back then. I wanted to be open and transparent and share my life, but like, there was also another side of me where I was like, I need to protect some things.
Exactly what did you need to protect back then? You would tell intimate details of your and Destiny's life, even between the sheets. What were you protecting back then, Amberlynn?
And in doing so, it led me to lie, which then led me to make this video. And it's like, I don't even remember the things I lied about. So let's keep watching. Trust me, there's a lot of things about me that you guys have no idea about.
But you wanted to tell us all the intimate things. And I wonder if we didn't know about the, the PDF back then. Maybe you should have told us about that back then. Don't you think? Maybe? We wouldn't be in this situation now, would we? Huh?
But it's like, if I bring something up or whatever, or you guys see something, like, I shouldn't lie. I guess maybe ignore the situation. I really don't know.
That's common sense not to lie. Nobody should have to tell you don't lie. It's common sense. Do not lie. You tell one lie, you got to tell another one to cover up the first lie. And then it just continues and continues and continues to where you forget which lie you told the first time.
Sadly, I have learned that even ignoring a situation still gets hectic.
Don't cuss, because I have to edit those words out. No cussing. It does nothing for you, Miss Amber Lynn, because I respect my audience. Y'all want to see something? Intermission. Y'all want to see something? I don't do this, right? See this? See this? Watch. And it's still there. Yes, I just did the booty hole. But yeah, it's still there. This is not me. Okay, continue.
Some people believe that withholding information equals lying, but I don't see it that way.
Withholding information, you can withhold information, but you cannot, absolutely cannot put bits and pieces here and there and to try to make people draw their own conclusions. I forgot what I was going to say. But you can't let people draw their own conclusions and then get mad because they drew their own conclusions.
When you're sharing your life on YouTube, sometimes you want to withhold things. Like, you still want to have like your privacy bubble.
Then don't start putting things out there. Leave them alone and learn to shut your mouth.
And I feel like that frustrates a lot of people, but it shouldn't. I think every YouTuber or reality star, whoever it may be, should only share what they are comfortable with.
And you're comfortable with sharing at the time, with sharing information about between the sheets. That's what you were comfortable with. You didn't have a limit. Not one limit whatsoever at all. So I have no idea what you're talking about at this point. I don't know. You would tell little bitty lies, but talk about anything just big. You didn't care.
I do have a list of things I want to talk about. Your girl has always been a list maker. Still am.
Well, you left a lot off of that list. You did.
So the first thing, some of these you guys might not care about or whatever, but the reason why we moved to Kentucky.
We already know why. Because you wanted to. But that's not what you're going to say.
I said it's because Destiny wanted to be there for her mom. I said we wanted to take care of her. I think I might have said that in a vlog. I don't know why.
That's the thing. She did say that she had to go and take care of Destiny's mom. But the thing is Destiny's mom went down there for a trip, and she was just fine. It was kind of weird when you looked at it. It was like, what's going on? And then they get up there, and Destiny's mom is just bubbling along. She's just having her own little fun, just grooving her little thing, and it's like, excuse me? What's happening here? So Amber Lynn got called out for it.
But it's not the truth. We were just tired of Florida, honestly. I mean, mainly Destiny was. How do I word this without
You just word it by saying it. Quit dancing around the truth. It does no good. Just let it go.
Saying too much, but get my drift. Her mainly. She just felt kind of like it was time to move on from Florida. Some things were happening that she just wasn't happy about.
Okay, here's the thing, Amber Lynn. You have talked for each one of your girlfriends almost every single time. You have told things about your girlfriends almost every single time. Every single relationship you have spoke for them. And almost every single time you have spoke for them, you have lied about them. And all they do is they come back, yeah, Amberlynn lied. I don't know why she lied. I was comfortable with it. I was like, just tell them. But she wouldn't tell you. That's where you mess up. 9 times out of 10. You need to stop doing that. Let them talk for themselves. Because you're getting yourself in trouble.
And she wanted a new beginning. I have, said that on my Snapchat quite a few times and things like that. But I just felt like it was easier for me to say, oh, we just want to be there for her mom.
Yeah, it was easier for you to say that. For it to come out of your mouth. But maybe you should have, hushed it up and let Destiny say what she wanted to say. I mean, you would film Destiny in the bathroom. So Destiny could have come out and said, hey, I just want to go to my mom's. Didn't need to be any detail. I mean, come on. If Destiny wanted us to know, she would have said so.
Okay, Amberlynn, this lie confuses me because I feel like it would have been easier for me to just straight up be like, Destiny wants a new start somewhere else. I don't know why I had to
Because you don't care what lie you tell. You do not care because you think you are not going to get caught in a lie.
Say something that wasn't true. That's a little weird, gotta admit. I don't know. I don't know if you guys will consider that a lie or not, but it's something I've said that, I wasn't 100% truthful about.
She picked little bitty things to go, I lied about little bitty things. Not big things. Little bitty things.
So if you guys remember my aunt situation, this was a while ago though. Oof.
Yeah, oof. You told a doozy this time, didn't you? You got yourself in some trouble. Yeah, listen up on this one.
The aunt situation, I was not expecting this. This was probably, I don't know, it was months ago. Months, to be honest. When I uploaded a video about how my aunt doesn't talk to me anymore because I'm fat.
Her aunt was there for her the entire time. Her aunt actually spoke to her. Her aunt sent her things. Her aunt was a part of her life.
I'm a little on edge about that. I ended up talking to her.
You are on edge about it because you did it to yourself. And you don't like it that you did it to yourself. Because you thought you could just lie away and she was just going to be there for you in the wings. Yeah, she proves she's not.
And my cousins regarding that video, I had no idea they were going to see it.
See, exactly the point. She can lie until somebody calls her out, as long as she cares somewhat about them.
I had no idea my aunt even watched my YouTube anymore. That is a true statement. I did not know that she watched all my videos. And I will say, when I did upload the my aunt doesn't speak to me anymore because I'm fat video.
Yeah, you should have been completely ashamed of yourself for even talking about your relationship to your aunt, with your aunt. That could have been separate. Nope, separate. I will talk about my relationship, but I will not tell you how my husband feels, his personal feelings. I would not tell you if I was getting a divorce. I would not tell you anything personal going on in my relationship. I would not tell you absolutely anything. I tell you that I pick on my husband. That's what I tell you. I don't tell you anything else about my personal life, and there's a reason for that.
I genuinely, at the time, that's genuinely how I felt, but that doesn't mean that it's true or anything, and they were greatly offended.
Anybody that you talk about on your... Okay, so Amberlynn doesn't think about it in the way of you're telling somebody else's personal information as well. You're not only talking about yourself and being selfish about yourself, you're saying, oh, my aunt's personal information is my aunt is feeling this way. Nobody needs to know how your aunt feels. Nobody's business. You want to tell your business? Talk about you. Don't tell about your aunt's feelings, but Amberlynn doesn't think that way.
But at the time, I was vulnerable and I was upset, and I really felt like blaming my weight on everything was just the easiest way to go.
You made your aunt sound extremely shallow, is what you did. A horrible person, that's what you did.
Okay, taking accountability. Round of applause, round of applause.
No, you did not take accountability. Nope, not whatsoever at all. All you said right there was, I did this, but... because I felt this way. I. You didn't take accountability for that. What about her? What about you, Aunt? You didn't take accountability for the action you made. All you said was, I told a lie. This entire thing is a lie. I'm telling you about all my lies. You didn't take accountability for your lie that you told. All you're saying is I lied. Anybody can say I lied and walk away. How is that taking accountability?
I'm not gonna lie, no pun intended. I'm not gonna lie, I still do that now. I blame my weight on a lot of things.
See? You've done it this entire time. If you took accountability, you wouldn't be doing that still.
And sometimes it's things that like don't even make sense and aren't really justified. It's hard. Like I have a weight issue and I have, mental issues that cause.
Even back then, it was my mind, my weight. Excuse. It's easier to do that. Same pattern. Never changes.
Me to be bigger. You don't just get this big for no reason. It just doesn't work that way. Like, of course, you can get, overweight.
You get that way by eating. I lost a whole lot of weight. A lot of weight. But I went to the gym and I changed my mindset, and that was years ago.
That's normal, but to become so morbidly obese, there's something wrong. And I kind of wanted to ignore all that and just be like, oh, my aunt doesn't talk to me because I'm fat. I just thought it would be easier.
See, why do you get to take the easy way out? Why is it always let me take the easy way out? What good comes of that, see? Absolutely no accountability.
And truly, back then, I did a lot of clickbait. And I think also titling my video that was very like...
It's kind of like this one. Goodness gracious. Do your lies today. All of your lies for today. In this time. This moment. No, you won't do it. Goober.
Eye-catching, and I knew that people would want to watch. There's more to me than my weight when it comes to me and my aunt's, relationship. I pushed her away because of just who I am and how I am as a person. And that's the truth. And
I'm sure also that she got tired of you. In some form or fashion, she got some kind of way tired of you. And you're whining and you're complaining all the time. Because remember, your childhood was the most horrible childhood that ever took place. The worst childhood ever.
It's really not has anything to do with my weight. At the time I felt like that. Sometimes I still do. I really don't know. It's kind of crazy to me that like I am taking a lot of accountability and I feel...
Lady, if y'all think that she's taking accountability, that's y'all's opinion. My opinion is different, because if she took accountability for all of this, she wouldn't be at this day going, accountability, I take accountability. Because how many times do you take accountability for the same exact thing over and over? Ask yourself that. Use your brain. Because remember, Amber Lynn's got mental health.
I feel myself being super vulnerable in this video, and I'm genuinely admitting to things that like I know at the time I did not want to admit to. Like being that vulnerable, sometimes it's really embarrassing. And
you should be embarrassed because you did it, but you're not embarrassed because you kept doing it. It did not stop. That's what's bad. Look at how you treated Beck. It didn't stop.
And I felt a lot of shame there. And I kind of feel it now. I think I gave her a lot of excuses as to who I am. I fibbed to her a few times just so she would...
You did not fib, you lied. Quit changing the words. Like I said, look at it back then. If you're going to react to something, you need to fully react to something. You do. You need to say, I did this. This is what's happening. I felt like this. You don't need to be on here going, yep, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself. Because you're giving yourself credit for things that you didn't do. Don't react to yourself. You're not doing a good job. Stay in my life. I know that sounds so strange, but... See, you thought those words enhanced you back then. No, does nothing for you.
Wow. That is crazy behavior. So back then, I displayed a BPD symptom that I also still struggle with, but
You know what? She needs a hat that says my brain, BPD. That's all it needs to say. My brain and BPD. Those are her two excuses. That's it. She ain't even got to say nothing. Don't say a word. Just say those two things. So every time she does something, all she's got to do is take her hat off. Show you the hat. Look, my mental health and my BPD.
Telling you, my early 20s, I was so bad with that. So what it is when you feel like you're being abandoned by someone that you really care about.
That's childhood, all right? Didn't that happen in your entire childhood? I'm confused because you pushed her away, but she abandoned you.
You go to like extreme lengths to try to get them not to abandon you. And me admitting that I would tell my aunt fibs just so she wouldn't leave my life is really sad to hear.
You just said you would push her away. Count your own lies.
Like, that is genuinely like, damn girl, you have been struggling for far too long. And I know I'm not perfect now in 2025, but like the Amberlynn back then, 9 years ago.
So is the new girl in your DMs, is she like this? Is that what happened? Is happening? Huh? Is she like soft-spoken, kind of like Crystal?
She didn't know all of the knowledge that I know now about BPD. It doesn't make those things right or okay, but like looking back and now having an explanation is just like,
mind-blowing. That Amber lied back then, Amber lies today, and Amber thinks just making this soft, gentle video, and she thinks that her saying the word accountability over and over and over and over is going to get us to think that she took accountability for absolutely everything she's done. You can believe her manipulation. You can try.
Whoa. I don't know. That's really all I want to say regarding that is, no, my aunt, you know, she didn't stop talking to me because I'm fat. She stopped talking to me because of the issues I brought upon her, I guess.
You guess. Huh? Couldn't have lied to her. Couldn't have pushed her away. You couldn't have blamed her for stuff she didn't do. Couldn't have done all that, could you? Nah, not you. Okay, let's see if you take accountability for what you just said.
And if she's watching this, I am so sorry, and I really just, I wish I could change who I am as a person. That breaks my heart to see.
No, does not break your heart. I'm gonna stop it right there. Does not break your heart. Look at yourself today. Look at yourself. Does not break your heart. Girls leaving you breaks your heart.
See myself like that because I know that I was struggling and I didn't understand why I was the way I was in any regard. And it's like, now as a 34-year-old woman, I was literally 25 then. I was just in my mid-20s.
And you were immature then and you're immature now because look at how you treated Beth.
I had no idea why I was the way I was. So being able to kind of like figure that out now, like, I feel bad that I've let down that girl from 9 years ago because I didn't do it sooner.
And we're on a new journey, guys. We're on a completely new era. We are. Let's see where this one takes us and how long we're on this roller coaster.
But I'm also glad that I'm doing it now because I really want my aunt back. Like, it affects me. It really does.
Oh, I forgot about this. The I want something out of this. I need something out of this. This affects me. This has to do with me. That's why I'm saying this, is because I have something I want. There you go. That's the whole reason for this.
Sorry. Okay. The next thing is my weight. I wouldn't say I've lied to you guys per se about it, but I definitely haven't been like
honest. Haven't been honest whatsoever at all, and you still aren't honest today.
Very into like telling you guys my weight. All right, you guys, so here is the moment that made it to where like no one ever believes my weigh-in videos. Like
people don't believe your weigh-in videos because no matter what you do, even to this day, you have an excuse for not showing the number. Every single time. Even your talking scale. Nobody believes it at all. Because we don't ever see you weigh in.
People have been saying I've been lying about my weight since the end of time. When in actuality, the only time that I have ever lied about my weight was during this moment in this video. And I forget how I even did that. Like, I'm on the edge of my seat. Like, I just want to keep watching.
What about the time that you spent the entire time in bed? Huh? Lied about your weight then, didn't you? Did you? Because you said you were still the same. But then you turned around and said, I don't know how much I weigh, but I didn't gain weight. You said you got bigger, but you didn't gain weight. I don't know how that's physically possible, but okay.
I'm fluctuating a lot currently with my weight. It's frustrating because I'll do really good at something and then I will mess up, and then I'll do really good at something and then I'll mess up.
Welcome to the world of weight loss. You gotta make a lifestyle change. That's the only way you survive. But you keep saying that you know everything there is about nutrition. So, that one's worked for you, hasn't it? Sorry. Woohoo! Keep blinding y'all with this thing.
This used to happen to me a lot where I would lose like 4 pounds and then gain it back. But now, currently it's to the point where I gain I lose about 15, 20 pounds and then I gain it back, and that's...
It's easier to gain weight than it is to lose it. Everybody knows that. So when you give up, most people, they hit a plateau. When they hit that plateau, it's like, I give up. I'm done. I give up. But you can't give up, because then you start losing the weight again. Just don't give up. It's simple.
Really bad for me, and I haven't really been 100% honest about that, because whenever someone asks me, oh, she's gaining weight or whatever, I always just say I'm losing.
But we can look at your body. Woman, we can look at your body until you gain weight. We can look at your face until you gain weight. We know some of your lies before you tell us it's a lie. We call you a liar before you can tell us it's a lie.
I don't know. I don't need the backlash. So I do understand myself back then. Like, I understand why I would say that, because I was not used to the hate.
Okay, let me make up an excuse for myself back then and today. I have an excuse, and I need to tell you the excuse because I still have the excuse today.
I was not used to the backlash. Now, I don't care if you guys know how much I've gained, how much I've lost, how much I'm maintaining. Like,
then why did you stop the 10-day challenge? Why do you stop everything? Why do you quit weighing in? I mean, why do you do that? Why do you weigh in and not tell people? If you don't care, you don't care. It's like, okay, I weigh this much. I don't know how much I weigh. I quit stepping on the daggum scale. I'll tell you that. I only step on the scale when I'm at the doctor's office.
Obviously, because I'm used to the backlash. I'm used to the hate. But back then, like, I didn't want to hear it.
If you're used to the backlash and used to the hate and all that, why are you going after reaction channels? Why don't you just leave people alone? Stay over on your channel, do you, boo, and leave people alone. If you're used to the hate. You're not. You're lying again.
I didn't want you guys to know, but I should have just ignored it. I shouldn't have lied. I shouldn't have led you guys astray thinking I was losing weight when I wasn't. That's not okay.
And you're still doing it today. Amberlynn, it doesn't work for you. You're not as good as you think you are. That's the sad part of it all.
And that has definitely made it to where it's hard for you guys to believe me now, which I understand that, but it was 9 years ago. Since that video, I can tell you, I have never lied about my weight since then. At all. I don't want it. I just feel like it's so much safer to just say what people want to hear and what I feel like people will not hate me for.
Okay, you said you didn't lie about your weight, but I want to here's something. When you were with Beck, everybody would ask you about the whole thing of you weighing in and weighing in with clothes and weighing in without clothes. You always had an excuse why the weight would fluctuate just constantly. And people would ask you, are you standing on your toes? Do you not have all the pressure on it? And things like that. And, you know, people always questioned if you were leaning up against that bookcase or not. And you didn't want to show yourself. I don't know.
Don't know how to explain it, but I can 110% say I've never been 500 pounds. I know a lot of people are saying, you know, oh, she's 500 pounds. She's about to be 650 pounds. Like, this has never happened. I was absolutely being honest there. And a lot of people even think now, like, oh, you've been 600 pounds.
A lot of people think you've been over 600 pounds. But you say that you didn't weigh yourself for a little while. And Lynn, I don't think you know how big you've actually been. That's what I think.
Oh, you're 650 right now. Oh, you're 700. People have always crazily overestimated like how much I actually weigh. My highest weight is 485, and right now, today, I weighed 476, I think it was.
So you think it was. You have all these journals. You buy all these journals. You keep weight loss journals. You do this, you do that. And that's fine, but you guess your weight. Around about, maybe.
And currently, right now, I am losing weight. Like, I'm not gaining. I promise you that. I have been weighing myself practically every day. I skip a few days here and there. And the scale is going down. And I'm in fear it's going to go back up again because
it happens. Because of what you eat. It's not about calories. It's about what you eat in those calories.
My mind always wins. Losing weight is mind over matter, and that's just how it's always been. And I feel like my mind is so strong with some things, but I feel like my weight is just like, ugh.
But having excuses, you had them back then, you have them today. Excuses get you nowhere. I make excuses sometimes. And then I turn around and I'm like, look at what you did. I do hold myself accountable. I do. Because then I beat myself up. And I'm like, you know better than that, because your numbers ain't gonna come out right.
Anyways, the next thing is about my girlfriend Destiny's weight gain and if she's actually gained weight.
You should not be talking about other people. Just push them out. Just tell everybody it's not your business. None of your business. That's all you gotta do. You talk about too many other people. Keep this about you and you alone.
So before we continue to see what I said about Destiny, I think this is another prime example of I should have just ignored it, and I shouldn't have mentioned my partner's weight gain, weight loss, whatever it may be.
Exactly the point. But still, you shouldn't have been mentioning anything about Tommy either. And her alcohol problem. You told about that.
But I have a feeling I'm going to say to like protect Destiny, I lied.
Yeah, there's no protecting anybody. No protection. We could tell.
I told you guys that Destiny has not gained weight since she's been with me. I've said that at least 100 times. But she has gained weight since she's been with me. We're not surprised, Amberlynn. We're not surprised.
See how you're like all soft-spoken and stuff? Amberlynn, it's doing absolutely no good. You're not good at this. You're not good at calling yourself out. You need to call yourself actually out. Do what needs to be done. You need to say, oh, I'm learning from this. I did this wrong. I did this wrong. I did this wrong. You're not even doing that. You're making excuses for the old you and you're using them for today.
I do want to say before she met me, she gained weight from birth control. A lot of people are like,
nobody's business. Nobody's. You shouldn't be saying a word. But you are.
Why'd she take birth control? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, it's not really your business. Like, I don't want to say.
Excuse me, it's not their business, so why are you even talking about it? You know better. But you wanted content. You wanted this content. See? picky and choosy what you talk about and what you don't.
Girl, you should have just said that when people are like, has she gained weight? You should have also been like,
Yeah, and you should still do that today, but you don't. That's what I'm saying. You don't call yourself out and you don't apply it today.
That's none of your business. But I think I understand why I didn't say that. It's because if I would have said that's none of your business, then people would assume that she gained weight and...
She did! She did! There's no assuming to it. She did! We saw it. You think your audience is so naive, and people aren't.
My idea at the time of protecting Destiny was to let people know that no, she did not. A lot of people are confused because they're like, she's a lesbian, why does she need birth control? There is other reasons why people need birth control, and I just don't really want to say that. Destiny did give me permission to talk about her weight.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if you have permission or not. You should do it out of respect, not talk about somebody, just out of pure respect. Just don't do it. It's not a good look.
And just explain to you guys that I have been trying to protect her feelings. When I moved in with her, or we like moved in together in our apartment, she weighed 181 pounds. And as of today, she weighs 206.
Nobody's business. Nobody's business. Doesn't matter what your reason is. Does not matter. Nobody's business.
Okay, this is weird behavior. Now I'm like giving specifics. I went from wanting to protect Destiny to now like giving specifics of like how much she's gained.
Yep, just like you give specific information on everybody else. Just like we knew about married woman.
That's weird. I should have just stuck with, yeah, I lied about that. Let's move on. So she's gained about 25 pounds. On her body structure, of course, that's really horrible and I feel really bad and I blame myself so much. I do.
You really cannot blame yourself about what somebody else puts in their mouth. You really cannot. Sorry. You can be an influence on it, but you can't make somebody do it.
She's never been a healthy eater though, I will say that. But I feel like it's only gotten a little worse since she's been with me. And I feel horrible about it. Like, I don't want to go.
You were the one, every time she said, hey, we got food at home, let's go eat food, you would say, no, I want Denny's. I'm a grown woman, and if I want to go eat out, I can go eat out. Yeah, that was you.
And to any more with that, I just feel freaking horrible. And I want her to lose weight more than I want myself to lose weight because I care about her and love her more than I love myself. And when I see her eat something that's bad for her...
See, you cry tears over your daggone girlfriend, but you don't cry tears over, many tears over your aunt. What does that say about you?
It breaks my heart because she doesn't understand nutrition like I do. She doesn't understand nutrition like I do. That went viral, and I don't...
And you were so proud of it. You really were. And you shouldn't have been because it's on a video about you lying.
Like, who's gonna listen to me? Look at me, you know, that's just how it goes. I did not want this video to be like this, but I should have known. Okay, so something else I've lied about is the job I had in Florida.
Yeah, she had a job as a PCA worker and she didn't really want to be away from Destiny, so she would be up Destiny's bottom every time if she had a chance to be up Destiny's bottom. So she went working with Destiny, and she would say that she would go work extra hours just so she could be around Destiny all the time.
I told you guys that I was a PCA worker at a assisted living facility full time, and I wasn't.
Yeah, that was kind of hinted at because she used to film, she used to do her videos while she was at work. She didn't care. Yeah, and that's a privacy issue. She didn't care whatsoever at all. And she's like, alright, I'm just gonna vlog anywhere I want to.
I was a PCA worker at assisted living facility, but I was not full-time. You guys, I miss that job so much. That is by far my favorite job that I've ever had.
Isn't that one of... Okay, you only had, I think, 2 jobs. You had that job, and then you had the government job. I think that's the only 2 jobs you had. So, besides vlogging, if I'm not mistaken. So how's that? You don't have very much experience to say that that's favorite job.
It was so rewarding, and the people I met were absolutely amazing. So I would go in there on my days off. Me and Destiny would go in there on our days off, and I would do a lot of volunteering. I even did it on days where Destiny wasn't working.
You did not want to be away from Destiny whatsoever at all. So if she was working on a certain day, you would go in there and you would do what you wanted to do so that you didn't have to be away from her and you wouldn't have to be at the apartment all alone. And there was days that you had to work that Destiny didn't have to work, and she didn't go in and volunteer with you.
Because I genuinely enjoyed being there and being with the residents. So I think the reason why I was like, yeah, I work full time is because I did go there during a full-time shift, because when Destiny was working, because we worked together, I would also go there with her. I don't know why I couldn't have like literally just said that though.
Because you were a liar. That's where you got liar, Lynn. That's why people call you liar, Lynn, is because that's all you do is lie.
Like, I don't know why I had to say that I like worked full time. I should have just said I have a part-time job, but I am there full time. I worked 4 hours. It started off 4 hours a day for 3 days, and then I got 4 hours a day for 4 days.
You were less than 40 hours a week. You were part-time. You worked part-time. Less than 40 hours a week.
And then I got 4 hours a day for 5 days. And then eventually I was 4 hours a day for 6 days. And then I started covering a lot of other just random shifts, like 8-hour shifts. And I did a 16-hour shift one time. I'm telling you, that 16-hour shift was rough.
She would say that, she always wore the wrong shoes. And they would go into Walmart after work and they would ride the scooters all through Walmart. Because she was too tired after work to walk through Walmart by herself. So her and Destiny would get in there and ride on them scooters. And that's what they would do almost every day after work. Go to Walmart or go to Denny's.
I was there the whole day and then the whole night. And then I had to wake up the residents, change their Depends.
Really? Really? Nobody needs to know that. You leave them residents alone. Hush them out. See, you ain't learned nothing. Respect. Don't talk about other people. Talk about yourself.
And shower some of them. And I was like half asleep. I was like, this is the first time I've ever done this, like a 16-hour shift. But honestly, still such a rewarding job, no matter how tired I was.
You know that you can go to a local place like that and you can volunteer. You know that, right? So if you miss it, you can go. They'll probably accept you. All you gotta do is go. What can it hurt?
I was part-time. I was always on call, but I was part-time. I lied to you guys and said I was a full-time because I felt so guilty about...
You did not feel guilty. Quit using that word, and you use it today and you don't know what guilt is. Because you pretty much doxed wifey and you had no guilt about it. Until she came out and she was like, you did this to me. You don't have no guilt. Look at what you did. Like I said, look what you did to Beck. No guilt.
My life in Florida. My life in Virginia. Sorry, I've lived so many places I don't even know anywhere. Okay. I felt so guilty about my life in Virginia.
She didn't have a job, didn't want a job, so what she does is she lives off of her girlfriends or her girlfriend's parents. And whenever she was in Virginia, she lived off of her girlfriend's parents. Never got a job. Yeah, that's where she started blogging at. Yeah, her girlfriend paid for everything.
Lived with my ex-girlfriend for almost 4 years without a job, and I lived off of her parents. And all right, so here I feel like I'm just making excuses for the lie that I told, because the
excuses and not accountability, there's a difference. Learn it.
Excuse doesn't even make sense. Like, I should have been proud of the fact that I even got a part-time job after spending so many years without a job. Like, I should have been proud of that. But instead, it's almost like I felt ashamed, which is really weird.
You should have felt ashamed. You took Crystal's family for almost everything. You would go and buy the expensive stuff. You would get an allowance. Come on now.
I got a lot of beef because of that online, and a lot of people didn't understand why I didn't have a job at the time and this and that. So I wanted you guys to be proud of me, and I didn't want you guys to think I was some helpless.
You started a weight loss channel and you gained weight. started a weight loss channel and then you said, this is not a weight loss channel. How can we be proud of you? I wasn't watching you back then, but how could anybody be proud of you? You got on to your audience, your subscribers. They weren't even good to you back then in your eyes.
Person, and I thought by saying I had a full-time job that it would make me seem like some freaking awesome person, and really it didn't.
A job is not going to change who you are inside. If you're a horrible person inside, that's what you are.
I don't know why I lied about that. Besides the point is I almost needed confirmation from other people that...
You know exactly why you lied. You know exactly why you lie today. You know exactly why. You want some yes-ums and you're not getting them. And you're trying your best to get them today and you're not getting them. And it's not making you happy. That's why you're so soft-spoken now.
I was capable to be in this world. Validation is the word I was looking for. I felt like I needed validation from other people. I felt like people would think that a part-time job isn't as good as a full-time job.
You wanted yes-ums. That's what you wanted. You wanted people to say yes to you all the time. And people wouldn't do it. They wouldn't say, it's okay. We understand. We get it. They wouldn't do that.
But Amber Lynn, it was good enough. I just wish you believed it then. Sometimes I just felt like, why do I live off of everybody? Why can't I just support myself?
Because you think you're too daggum good. You did live off of everybody. You lived off of Casey's parents. You lived off of everybody. You just thought you were too daggum good to work.
I did not want to live off of Destiny. And when I was living in Florida at the beginning, I did not make enough money on YouTube. I lied about that. I did not make enough money on YouTube to support us at all.
Thought you had a list in front of you. Why are you coming up with it on top of your head? Thought you had a list. Go buy your list.
Now I will say YouTube income is incredible and I'm so grateful for you guys because it really...
You're so grateful, but you lie. You lie to everybody. That's how you're getting views now. People can't really stand to watch you. You get views off of all your controversy.
It really helps. It doesn't just help me, but it helps Destiny and it helps her mom when she needs something, and I want to be that person. I'm so tired of just living off other people. I got so used to it being a foster care kid. Like,
there you go. Even back then, pity me, pity me, pity me because of my childhood, and it doesn't work. Amber Lynn, you really need to get over that, and even to today, you're not over that. You need to. I mean, sincerely and honestly, you really need to. You need some serious work.
Because I was in foster care for so many years of my life, and I lived with so many families and group homes and children's shelters that I was so used to just relying on other people, and I didn't want to do that in Florida, and I had a moth on my head. That's cute. Just then, if you guys rewind and go look at that.
If you were doing this honesty, this sincerity, this everything, and you were being all raw and open and all of this stuff, that wouldn't have bothered you. No, you would have just stayed focused on what you were doing. Wouldn't have bothered you. Mm-mm.
I wanted to change when I moved to Florida, and you know, I knew the only job I could possibly get was working with Destiny, because not a lot of people want an obese girl. They don't. And I'm very grateful for, you know, I have a job here. I haven't yet started because they haven't yet contacted me yet, which is a...
You have an excuse. You want to work with Destiny once again. You always want to work with Destiny. You always want to be around Destiny. You always want to do things with Destiny. You don't want to leave Destiny alone because you ain't got no trust.
Bunch of BS. If you ask me, this is a big process. And like, YouTube is a job right now. It's reliable income, and it's a lot of income, and I'm appreciating it so much. Like, I don't even need a job outside of YouTube, but I feel like...
Then why are you getting one? Oh yeah, because you want to be around Destiny all the time. cord.
Because of all those years that I didn't have a job while living in Virginia, that I need a job. I need to pay back. I need to, it's like a whole thing, but I just wanted you guys to know. Anyways, it sounds to me like I had a lot of guilt.
You didn't have guilt. No. Because you didn't have guilt because you didn't stick with the job. You were happy to have YouTube income. You didn't have guilt.
For not having a job while living in Virginia. And I think maybe like that's why like in the recent years I have been so giving money and buying people gifts and buying people things. And a lot of people are like, oh, you're buying love, which
Amber Lynn, you can buy and buy and buy and buy and buy. And people still don't care. You will buy stuff and you will donate it to people. That's what you do. You don't buy things for people. You buy things and give it to Goodwill. Buy clothes and give it to somebody. But I don't think you can do that anymore. I don't think so. Because you don't have anybody left. Look around you. You don't got people left.
Maybe that's a huge part of it too. But I also think it's me just like making up for all that I was given when I was in need. Something else I've lied about is my blood pressure.
Wait a second. Wait a second. All the stuff that you were given when you were little, weren't you in foster care? Didn't you have the roughest childhood ever? What were you given? You're double talking. You are double talking. Do you mean what you were given by your girlfriend's parents? Is that what you mean?
On several occasions, I have said I don't have diabetes, I don't have high blood pressure, I don't have high cholesterol, I don't have this or that, whatever. All of that is true, besides the blood pressure. I don't have high blood pressure.
We kind of guessed on some of it. You are a horrible liar. Do you know that? Have you grasped it? You're a bad liar.
But I have borderline high blood pressure. Where it's like semi-high. It's not high enough for me to take a pill, but it is there. This is another example of like, I just should have ignored it. I can understand not wanting to like tell people like medical stuff.
You tell people everything medical. Everything medical. No accountability, guys. She's proven it. You tell people everything. You just like now you can't lose weight because of your lymphedema. Let's see. Every time you go to the ER, when your leg was just a dangling, when every time Destiny would go to the hospital, you'd have a cold. Oh goodness, I can't even think of them all. There's a lot. That's how you know there's no accountability.
But instead of saying like, I don't have high blood pressure, just like never talk about the topic. And just an update on that. I still don't have diabetes. I still don't have pre-diabetes, but I still do have borderline high blood pressure.
Why are you talking about it? Don't talk about it. Don't. Leave it alone. No more. Hip, stop. Nope. More
pressure, but it's never been to the point of like doctors wanting to put me on medication, and it's a little scary, let's be real. I just want to be a healthy person. Like, this video is so raw, you guys.
Oh yeah, that was another one that went woo. That one went really, really high. And just imagine all this going viral, but over a lie video. She lied.
Yep, that's another moment that went viral. And I also was noticing while I'm watching this,
look at the expression on her face. This is from a video where she lied, confessing to a bunch of lies, and she goes viral. She's happy. She's happy that she did this video.
Why am I so whiny? Like, I'm giving whiny and it's making me cringe just like the slightest bit. Me, like,
just the slightest bit. Not a taking accountability. The slightest.
Excuse me, Amberlynn, what'd you just say? Excuse my language if you're young. Okay.
Thank you, but you were still doing it.
I wanted people to think I was healthy, even though I have unhealthy written all over me. Like, this is not good. People think I'm promoting obesity and I'm not.
You are a horrible liar. And for whatever reason you think you can get things past us, you can't. Quit trying.
I'm just trying to promote, like, love yourself no matter what while you're trying to better yourself. But it's like, don't be this person. I still agree with that. Like, I will never promote morbid obesity, obviously. Like, I am just a human existing.
Then why are you constantly promoting Jenny Craig, Weight Watchers, all these different things, saying that you're taking them all? Why are you doing that? And failing at everything. Some people look up to you. They shouldn't, but they do.
And I'm also trying to show that, like, you can love yourself and be confident, all while trying to improve. Like,
are you admitting that you love yourself the way you are? Is that what you're admitting? Because I think you're admitting it. I truly think that you are admitting you love yourself exactly the way you are. And so there's no point in you changing.
I don't think that anyone should be this size and be okay with that. Like, there's a difference. But back to what I was saying about, like, wanting people to think I was healthy. Like, I get that because there's such a stigma on, like, bigger bodies mean worse health. And honestly, it's true.
If it's so true, lady, let me tell you something. You had the C word, lost weight, okay? Then you gained it back. If you can have the C word and then gain it back and have so much confidence, there's something up.
Statistically, it is true. Yes, skinny people have heart attacks, skinny people have diabetes, skinny people, but bigger people are more prone to these things.
You're always bringing up skinny people versus big people. Quit comparing people. Just stop it.
Like, it's not good, and I know I have high blood pressure because my eating habits and because I'm morbidly obese, and I haven't been tested for diabetes or, you know, cholesterol or whatever in a while. So I don't know. But I can safely say that, like, if I eat a lot of sugar or whatever, like, I don't feel any differently.
You know, you think you would look at this and you would be like, I need to change. I need to change my life. I need to change my lifestyle. I need to do all of it. I need to change. But you don't look at it that way.
So I want to assume I don't have diabetes, but I'm just purely assuming, you guys. I really don't know. Thankfully, this time I'm not just guessing, and I actually do know. And that's what scares me. I currently don't have a doctor right now. I'm trying to get on.
If it scares you, you wouldn't have had the C word and still gained a lot of weight.
An insurance plan, and it's just not working. I don't understand why. This also happened in Virginia. Ooh, like, I don't even know. So I'm trying to figure everything out. And
if this happened in Virginia, you were taking accountability, then you would have already had this figured out. It's easy.
I'm just trying so hard to treat my body the way I should have been treating it from the beginning, and sometimes my mind just it overpowers me, and I don't know how. Like, it takes control of my whole body, toes to my head. I don't get it.
You get it, you just refuse to look at it. You know exactly what's going on. You know, you just refuse to look at it and go, okay, yeah, this needs to change, this needs to change. You just refuse.
Okay, so this last one kind of goes hand in hand. Why I don't vlog as much versus why do I ride a scooter in Walmart and why do I sit in the car.
These are all things that we all know. We all know you're lazy. That's the answer. You're lazy.
When Destiny goes in the store a lot, it's because I can't breathe. No.
Yeah, part of that too. You just told the truth and you're taking it back.
I've gotten to the point in my life, and since I've gained so much weight, everything is hard. People ask if showering is hard. Yes. So in this video that I'm actually reacting to, at the time I was living in Destiny's mom's house, and the shower that she had was like...
She's actually telling the truth in a little bit. Good job. Good job. A little bit of the truth. Let's see if it continues.
This old-fashioned, like, small tub that, like, was on feet.
Sounds like a clawfoot tub. That's what it sounds like.
And it was so tall and like the feet were so small that every single day I had to take like a shower outside of the shower. Showering at that time was like virtually impossible, or like a normal shower. Like I made sure to clean my body almost every single day, but like I never stepped in the shower. And to wash my hair, I had to like...
Wait, wasn't it over at Destiny's house that people were asking, at Destiny's mom's house, people were asking you how you shaved your legs, and you took a razor and bent all the way over and was like, just like this, and you were standing next to the tub? I think it was Destiny's mom's house that you did that.
Put my head down and like wash it that way, like in the tub. It was rough. It was hard. It was embarrassing. People ask if I can wear a seatbelt. No, they don't fit me.
What about extenders? Seatbelt extenders? Do you use those today? Because you rode in the car with wifey quite a bit. And then you rode in the car with your mom and your stepdad to get you to Tommy's. So, extenders?
People ask if going up the stairs is hard. Yes. People ask, why do I ride a freaking Walmart cart? Not only is it my foot, that is the 100% truth. I do have either a heel spur or a plantar, whatever. I have not gone to a doctor for it.
You know, that she would always say, I wore the wrong shoes. I wore the wrong shoes. She never ever said what the right shoes were.
But it's also because I get so winded so fast, and it's because of my weight. And God, I would do anything to be able to vlog how I want to, but I feel like the only reason why, I mean, what am I trying to say? I feel like the only time I vlog is when I'm sitting or when I have air, like even just sitting here, like...
You wanted to vlog when you could and when you wanted to, just because of the simple fact of you were lazy. Kind of like now, vlog a bunch in one day and I ain't got to do it again.
Sometimes I feel like I'm out of breath, and it's because of my weight, and I know you guys see it too, and like hashtag relatable girl, because I still struggle with that. I have gone through waves where my stamina has been worse and then better and then worse and then...
Is that why you don't vlog very much every single day? Is that the excuse now? Gotcha. Mine's because it's cold.
Better again. My stamina then at the age of 25 is probably very similar to how my stamina is now. But the only difference is I actually push myself to do more. There's times where I'm like, where I am in the store. Like I do go in the store. Like I don't just not.
No, sometimes you waited in the car for Destiny to go in because you didn't feel like walking into the store.
There are times where I'm in there and I want to show you guys something cool, but I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to talk because I can barely breathe because I'm standing and walking, and it's really embarrassing. As I was describing that, I think it made me realize that my stamina is actually better than it was then, because I vlogged.
You know what? If that's the truth, then you did something right. I'm just saying. I can tell you wrong, and I can tell you whenever I think something's right. So if you got more stamina and you can actually move while you're talking, that's a step up.
While I was in Target recently, and I was up walking in there for like 2 hours. So it actually makes me kind of proud of myself, low key. And I used to not be that person, and moving to Florida really messed with me.
What if she's lying now? What if she still has no stamina? Then I shouldn't believe her, should I?
Really, truly did. It made me so much worse off physically. Ooh, girl, and it's only gonna get worse. And that actually makes me really sad, because pretty soon you're gonna have a moment in your life. It's only gonna be about 6 months long.
You know what? Like I said, you're not very good at this because you're telling about yourself and telling about your future, but you're not talking about now and how bad you are now and what you're doing to people now.
But you're gonna be like low-key bedbound. I wish I could just go back to that time, or even prior to, like when I was in Virginia, and I wish I could have just like stayed on my weight loss journey, like genuinely.
You said this is not a weight loss channel. Not weight loss channel. Remember?
Because I let myself go. I stopped caring. I met Destiny and she was very set in her weight and she didn't...
Right now, you stopped caring too. Yeah, kinda.
She didn't understand like how to lose weight or anything, and so like I kind of got in that groove where I didn't care either because she accepted me and she loved me, and I regret it. I f***ed up. Look at me, fuck up.
And you know what? She didn't care what size you were, and she wanted to, and she didn't mind being on camera, so you out with the perfect person because you wanted somebody to vlog with.
That's really all I can say. I think that's it for now. I hope you guys appreciate this video. I feel like so many people are going to be yelling and mad and the comments are going to be harsh, and I don't think I'm going to be able to read the comments. Yep.
Yeah, you still don't like reading the comments from what you say. No. And you don't like watching reaction channels either from what you say. Yeah. Liar Lynn stays in the business here because it's her job on YouTube.
Girl, this video made a lot of people mad, and still 9 years later, people bring up this very video. And still, if I could go back in time, I would still film it. Because I remember after I filmed it, like a weight just like came off of me.
Nope, you kept going and you kept lying, and people still kept calling you out, and you still didn't appreciate it, and you still whined and cried over it.
It made it to where people didn't trust me anymore, which definitely fucking sucked. But I no longer was guilty, and I no longer was lying to my audience.
Prove that you no longer lie to your audience. Wifey 1 was wifey 2, and yeah, you lied to your audience. Tommy wasn't an F-E-E-D-E-R, but Tommy actually was.
I really don't. So this video, I might not read them, but if you guys watch this straight through, I appreciate it so much. This took so much nerve. I can't even explain how much nerve this took, but I appreciate you guys watching this, and I really hope you guys don't hate me. I'm a human. I make mistakes. I'm not perfect.
Then you should have changed yourself, and you didn't. That's why you have so many haters right now.
And I was just trying to protect myself, and while doing so, I not only hurt me, but I probably hurt you guys. So, but I still hope you guys enjoyed this video for what it's worth.
There was no probably. You did. Everybody called you a liar. Everybody started pointing it out. You got mad, and you're like, don't blame me. You did it, though.
Worth, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Wow, that was a lot. I did take accountability, but I also had a lot of like weird random excuses and like whiny behavior that I was not jiving with.
You still do it. Even though this is pre-filmed, you still do it. Amazingly, you still do it. You call yourself out, you react to this, but you still do it. That's why I said you do not do good reacting to yourself.
So I think I can understand why my audience was like, girl, this is not cool. But at the same time, I want to sit here and make excuses for myself and for my past behavior as like a 25-year-old who genuinely was so fucking immature.
You are still immature. You are a toddler and you throw hissy fits when you don't get your way.
I am super immature now as a 34-year-old woman. So imagine how immature I was at 25. So immature, it's insane. But anyways, wow, React Lynn, that was kind of fun.
That was kind of long, which means mine was long, and I don't appreciate it because I talk too daggum much, okay?
Lie. Now I just want to react to a million different videos.
Nope, you want to react to Beck. You need to just come out and say it.
Not me turning into a reaction channel. Anyways, I hope that you guys did enjoy this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye. Okay. So that was long. Please excuse me. I am sorry, but you know what? I have a lot to say, and plus you have to stop it a lot with Amber Lynn because she will strike you, and she does not care when she does. But all right, guys, I want y'all to have a good day, night, weekend, holiday, year, whenever you might be watching this, and remember to smile today or make somebody else smile because it really can make a difference. Oh, and I cover 2 creators, okay? 2. And if you don't want to watch one, that's fine. I will still upload on the other one. I still enjoy both creators. So just understand, I'm going to keep it going. We're still going to have fun on both of them. So like I said, if you don't want to watch the other one, fine. Just skip that one and just go on to Amber Lynn. I understand completely. But don't think I'm giving up on Amber Lynn, and don't think I'm giving up on the other one. I'm just going to keep going because I find this fun. Even if I can only film at night and film only at certain times during the day, I'm just going to keep this going. And even though my editor is messing up on me, I'm trying, okay? I got to learn a new one, but I ain't that fancy, all right? But I hope that y'all have a good one. So, y'all, I'm going to sign out for now. And I don't know what I'm going to do because I sure as heck can't do much. It's dark outside. So, y'all have a good one. Bye.